It is a warm welcome to you, viewers. It is time for Crime and Road Safe to Watch, a program brought to your screens by the Zimbabwe Republic Police. I am your host, Onesisa Sibanda. The Zimbabwe Republic Police Health Services Directorate held its annual HIV and AIDS conference in Manicaland Province recently. The three-day conference ran under the theme Our Health, Our Responsibility, integrating prevention and care of tropical diseases, non-communicable diseases, HIV and AIDS. And it was officially opened by the Commissioner General of Police, Stephen Mutamba.
The ZRP HIV/AIDS conference is an event of importance not only on the health calendar of our organization, but also in the national commitment to safeguard the well-being of citizens, including police officers. It is within the spirit of collective ownership that the conference, facilitated annually by the National AIDS Council of Zimbabwe, continues to grow as an essential platform for sharing knowledge, experience, and best practices that strengthen institutional response to one of the health challenges of our time. The theme of this year is both timely and forward-looking as it reflects the evolving nature of public health challenges we face, both as an organization and nation at large. It calls upon us to embrace a holistic, integrated approach that views HIV/AIDS not in isolation, but as part of a broader public health ecosystem. Most importantly, it reminds us that responsibility of our health cannot be outsourced, as it lies within each and every one of us here present. Zimbabwe has adopted a comprehensive national strategy to combat HIV and AIDS, with a clear focus on reducing new infections, minimizing AIDS-related deaths, and eliminating stigma and discrimination. In alignment with the National Vision and the United Nations Programme on HIV/AIDS Global Strategy, the Zimbabwe Republic Police continues to provide HIV prevention, care, and treatment services to its members, their dependents, pensioners, and the broader community across all its police provinces. The organization is currently aiming to have 95% of HIV positive people knowing their status. 95% of those who know their status being on antiretroviral therapy. Equally important is the recognition that the aspirations to attain an upper middle income economy by 2030 hinges on the health citizenry, including our dedicated police officers. A nation can only prosper when its people are in good health, empowered to follow their aspiration and contribute meaningfully to national development.
The ZRP Health Services Chief Director, Commissioner Dr. Edward Fusire, also gave his remarks.
As ZRP Health Services, we seek to find ways to integrate the management of tropical diseases, which have since started, and NCDs, HIV and AIDS services in our health facilities. The conference gives each and everyone amongst us an opportunity to add value to ourselves. It is with great hope that it will empower us to be able to make a difference in the lives of police officers, their dependents and police pensioners, and other relatives who look up to us for better service delivery with regards to HIV/AIDS related services.
Moving on to Masvingo Province, ZRP Ngundu arrested one accused person for cases of armed robbery. Sometime in June, around 2300 hours, the accused person, Tafazwa Janyure Zimirenyika, age 29, proceeded to Murondi Complex, Ngundu Residential Stands, Chivi. Upon arrival, the accused person was armed with an axe. He pounced on Nkosiyazi Mkwebu, who occupies a flat, and entered into complainant's room through an unlocked door. The accused person took a peek, which was in the room, threatened the complainant, and demanded cash. He snatched complainant's trousers, which were on the chair. He left the room and locked the door from outside. The accused proceeded to the main house, where Ivan Hlupe resides, and knocked at the main door. The complainant opened the window, and the accused threatened him with an axe, demanding 2,000 United States dollars. As the accused person was entering the room, The complainant struck the accused person with a shovel on the right hand and he retreated. The accused person used an axe to smash both rear and front windscreens of complainant's vehicle, a Toyota Wish, which was parked in the yard. The accused person proceeded to Taurai Dube's flat, used an axe to forcibly open the locked door, and entered into the room. The accused person threatened the complainant with an axe, demanding cash. He locked the complainant in the room from outside. He then broke into Ronald Nyenya's door, which was locked, and entered armed with an axe, demanding cash. The complainant surrendered 2,300 South African rands and 90 United States dollars, and the accused disappeared in the darkness. One of the accused persons made a report to the police whilst mobilizing members of the community to pursue the accused person. ZRP Ngundu teamed up with support unit and K9, rushed to the scene and joined members of the public who had gathered at the scene. Accused person's spoor was picked and he was chased, leading to his arrest. Investigations and searches were carried out and the following items were recovered in his possession: a stolen Huawei P40 cell phone, Samsung A14, 2,856,000 South African rands, and 123 United States dollars, an X, and a national ID card bearing the name Mapurisa Caleb Perfect. The accused person was escorted to ZRP Ngundu, where he was interviewed in connection with robbery cases. Accused person is pleading to a total of 128 cases of robbery and rape perpetrated in Mwenezi, Ngundu, Renko, and Zaka from 2023 to date, as well as a recent murder case committed in Ngundu. Further investigations revealed that other cases committed by the accused persons included kidnapping, malicious damage to properties, and theft of a motor vehicle. In other news, police in Nema, Mashonaland East Province, have launched a manhunt for a self-proclaimed prophet who raped 3 minors at his shrine. Let us hear more.
Circumstances of the matter are that the suspect arrived at Nema in year 2024, assisting members of the community with his prophetic works. He managed to convince the guardians and parents of the minors aged 17, 14, and 13 to be under his custody. The suspect took advantage and raped all the 3 minors. Police later received a tip-off of the incident. We investigated and managed to contact the minors who confirmed the sexual assault. Unfortunately, when the matter was received by the police, the suspect had already fled the area. We appeal to members of the public for information that will lead to the arrest of the accused person. Any information can be directed to ZRP Dema or any nearest police station.
Zvinosuwisa kuti mhuri inenge yaenda kunotsvaga rubatsiro kune vatinoti vane masimba ekutibatsira, asi mukubatsirwa ikoko vanhu vozopedzisira vama victims of abuse. It's very unfortunate. We don't want to paint everyone with the same brush. These are certain individuals who pretend kuti vanogona kubatsira vanhu ivo vaine ultra motive. Vabereki vachiita entrust mupostori kuti anogona kuchengeta vana ava, asi akazopedzisira kuva abusers. Vanhu ivava vakutosvibisa chinamato chechipostori. Munhu ane uyanga hwakaita saihwohwo hunotisemesa, ngaauye kumatare edzimhosva apindure unhu hwake ihwohwo. Saka ndiri kukurudzira vanhu munyika kuti kana masangana nazvo, uyai nenyaya idzodzo kumapurisa, uyai nenyaya idzodzo kwamambo, tibatsirane nekuti hatingagari munyika mune vanhu vane hunhu ihwohwo.
From that story, we'll take a short break. Join us in the second segment of Crime and Road Safe to Watch. Welcome to the second segment of Crime and Road Safety Watch. Thank you for staying with us. CID Minerals Flora and Fauna Unit Harare arrested 2 accused persons for theft of underground copper cables. Let us hear more.
The 2 accused persons, Justice Gomera and Thaddeus Kadzere, were arrested following a high-speed chase with our police officers. It happened that police officers who were on a motorized patrol in Meborin area observed the suspicious motor vehicle in Meborin. They signaled the motor vehicle to stop. However, the motor vehicle sped off at high speed, prompting our police officers to give a chase. The accused persons later dumped the vehicle in Warren Park D area and took to their heels. Police officers went on to carry out investigations to ascertain the owner of the motor vehicle. Apparently, one of the accused persons went to ZRP St. Mary's, where he made a false report that the motor vehicle had been stolen. From our investigations, we later on managed to identify the owner of the said motor vehicle, who led us to the arrest of the accused person. From investigations conducted so far, we have realized and discovered that the accused person dug some underground copper cables belonging to one of the service providers. And so far, they are clearing 4 counts of vandalism of public utilities and infrastructure. As the Zimbabwe Republic Police, we want to give a stern warning to would-be offenders. Vandalism of public utilities and infrastructure attracts a mandatory 10-year jail term.
Moving on to this week's road safety segment, the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe, in its efforts to combat alarming rate of road carnage, have come up with a special initiative of offering defensive driving courses to prominent members of the society.
In our efforts to educate the public on defensive driving techniques, the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe has been enrolling media personalities, journalists, and musicians in the defensive driving course. This move aims to amplify the message of road safety and encourage widespread participation in defensive driving course. Recently, the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe successfully hosted a 2-day defensive driving course that saw the active participation of a select group of media practitioners who joined other drivers in the training. This strategic inclusion of influential individuals underscores the Council's belief in the power of leading by example. Because road safety is a collective responsibility, we believe that empowering our prominent citizens, especially those who shape the public opinion, like media practitioners, can create a ripple effect that inspires a broader community. The course equipped participants with advanced driving techniques, hazard perception skills, and strategies to anticipate and avoid dangerous situations on the road. Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe urges all Zimbabwean drivers to prioritize their safety and the safety of others by enrolling in the defensive driving course. This is an investment in protecting lives, contributing directly to the reduction of road crashes, injuries, and fatalities. As Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe, we remain committed to implementing innovative programs and robust educational campaigns to promote safe driving behaviors and ultimately to save lives.
Defensive driving involves a number of things, really. And one of them is definitely knowing the rules and regulations that govern how we are supposed to interact with other road users on the road. And this course is a course in how to drive to stay alive. And when we talk about driving to stay alive, we're talking about avoiding accidents. Major, minor, an accident is an accident. We don't want it on our roads. All of them involve needless waste and suffering. And plus or minus 2,000 people die every year. And this number has remained constant for quite some time. And this adds up to about 5 people per day. It's too much. We're a very small country. We can't afford to lose people like that. Plus or minus 2,000 people dying on our roads annually. But defensive driving can keep you alive. Studies have shown that you are capable of driving twice as better than you are doing right now. So defensive driving will enable you to do that. This course is also known as a driver improvement program. Driver improvement program. What improvement are we talking about? We're talking about a change in behavior, a change in attitude. It should be a positive change, but it is a change according to the parameters governing how you are supposed to use the roads.
I am so happy and thrilled. Shout out to the Zimbabwe Traffic Safety Council, shout out to the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe for this course that we learned. We learned so much. I used to have the idea that it's not always my fault, but I've learned that you should stop playing the blame game and be responsible for everything. It is also my responsibility for the car in front of me, ahead, for the car that is behind me. I'm taking care of my life and the lives of other people. I've learned so much, and I've learned to value life on the road, and you too can do the same thing.
The most important takeaway from this whole session is to be a responsible driver and to know that safety on the road is hinged on me first before I look to other drivers. So I hope that everyone who's watching this video will also take that responsibility upon themselves and also take the initiative to visit the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe and also get their defensive driving course.
We take another short break. Join us in the third and final segment of Crime and Road Safety Watch. We are in the third and final segment. The Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Mashonaland East Province, Advocate Itai Nduzo, has applauded the police for their tireless efforts in combating crime at tobacco auction floors. He said this during a recent familiarization tour at tobacco auction floors in Marondera.
I'm very happy with the manner in which things have progressed, particularly the security, convenience and comfort of our farmers. In the past, we had very troubling stories where a lot of dodgy characters would be seen within the environs of the tobacco auction floors. But thanks to the sterling work by our security forces, particularly the Zimbabwe Republic Police, there's been a phenomenal drop in unfortunate incidents. There's been a phenomenal drop of fraudulent and dodgy characters who try to reap where they have not sown. So I want to applaud the great work that has been done by our police services. Our farmers are happier, our farmers feel safer, and we pray that we must continue on that trajectory to a point where we eliminate all forms of criminal conduct, particularly in the agriculture and tobacco sector.
The level of crimes such as robbery, thefts, and other crimes have decreased. We attribute this to the level of commitment that we have done in trying to engage farmers through crime awareness campaigns.
Makama tokuti ese zvawo marondero hatikufara stereki nezvaari kutiitira, ari kutenga fodya zvisina doubt, zvisina wori, zvisina kunzi chimbotipa mari kana chichi. Uyezve titenda futi mapurisa emarondera police station ari kuti batsiridza fana aroramba achingouya achitipa chenjedzo mungwarune pafodya yedu yatiinayo kuti wedway kwamai masikati, wedway musazemerane nevanhu vamusi kuziva kuti ndiani uchingovhuma kungonyeperwa. Waramba wakangotipa chenjedzo chete kuti fambai zvakanaka, mufambe netime, muenda kumba muchigone kuchengeta mhuri, vana vaende kuchikoro. Asi zvakadaro nechenjedzo yedu tiri kuona zviri kuchinja zvechokwadi. Wezi izvizvi varimi vanobva nezvinhu zvavo varatidza kuti mari dzaita, marori akazara, mafurnitures zvekurimisa kudzoka kumunda. Saka tozvitenda kuti izvozvo zviri kuitwa nemapurisa mumarondera police station.
It is now time for people on the police wanted list. ZRP Chikato is looking for Zingai Mashona, age 25, of Victoria Ranch, Masvingo, for a case of rape. Daniel Ngoma, aged 30, of house number R288, Zimuto Street, Mucheke A, Masvingo, is wanted by ZRP Chikato for a case of robbery. Leonard Makweza, aged 34, of Mujoni Village, Chief Nema Zaka, is wanted by ZRP Chikato for a case of murder. Should you have any information that may assist in the location of those wanted persons, feel free to visit any nearest police establishment or contact us on the following details. Call us on our National Complaints Desk number 0242 703 631. Visit our website www.zrp.gov.zw or email us on feedback@zrp.gov.zw. You can also get in touch with us on our X platform at Police Zimbabwe or on our ZRP Facebook page, Zimbabwe Republic Police. You can also watch all Crime and Road Safety Watch episodes on ZRP YouTube channel, Zimbabwe Republic Police. It has been a pleasure having you along. From me, Onisa Sasivanda, and the Crime and Road Safety Watch crew behind the scenes, see you next time.